Yo, what's up? Okay, first DADGAD tutorial video. I like to play with the capo because I think it makes the strings sound a bit less buzzy and a bit clearer on the guitar. So I've got it up at capo 5, which is G. So I'm in my bass strings in G. So I'm going to start with the first basic shapes. So here's our 1. This is a 1 chord. It's our D if we're thinking in terms of with no capo. And it's actually a G, but it's best to think of it as a 1 chord. So I have my pinky here on the 5th fret, and I have my first finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Okay, so that's our 1 chord. Moving up to our 4 chord. So I've got my finger goes on the 5th fret there. This finger, ring finger is it? Goes on the A string here on the same fret, and then this first finger trails 1 fret behind on the G string, like this. That, because it's trailing 1 fret behind, that's making it major. If it was to trail 2 frets behind, it would become a minor chord. But we want major chord because we're going to play in the key of G major. So I've got my 1, I've got my 4. For my 5, I just have to slide this whole shape up 2 frets. And that's my 5 chord. So again, if we were thinking in D, this would be a D, this would be a C, and this would be an A. In reality, because we're capoed to G, we've got a G, a C, and a D. But again, it's best to get into the habit of thinking of this as a 1, a 4, and a 5, because in DADGAD we're moving the capo around all the time, and there's no point, like if I'm in G sharp, there's no point trying to transpose everything to think, oh, this is a G sharp chord, oh, it's a C sharp, oh, it's a D sharp. Okay, well that was pretty easy, that one, but other ones might be a bit harder. So we've got 1, 4, 5, sorry, 1, 4, 5. This is a really, really good standard shape for DADGAD. So I've said just before about turning it into a minor chord. And we're going to use that because for a major scale, each degree of the scale has a major or a minor chord attached to it, and then on the 7th degree there's like a weird augmented chord or diminished chord. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, I'll show you that when we come to it. So we have our 1, a 2 is minor, so our 2nd chord is a minor 2nd. So we're going to follow by 2, but actually the capo's already there, so we don't actually have to put the finger there, so just these 2 fingers are fine. That's our minor 2 chord. So we've got 1, we've got 2, and now we're sliding this whole shape up 2 frets to get our minor 3. Now we've got our 4 chord, major, we already know this one. Major 5. 6. 6 is minor, so up 2 more. Let's go through that again. 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6. Now we have our weird augmented shape, and it kind of breaks the chain here because we slide up, and it's as though it's the same shape. So it's as though we've slid up just by 2, bam. But then this finger here, it goes up another 1 so that it's on the 12th fret, and we have this chord. It's a really beautiful chord. And then we're back up to the 1. And again, this is just our same shape, major shape. Yay! Pretty easy, right? Well, there's a lot of variations for all of these different ones, but it's a really good base for your DADGAD playing. You've now covered every single step of the major scale with a very basic shape, granted, but like you can play any chord in the major scale besides, of course, your I don't even know quite what you'd call them, but chords which have added notes in them. And yeah, I mean, technically there's lots of added notes because we've got strings ringing. But yeah, anyway, so basic chords: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, crazy, major. Sweet. See you next time.